First contact. The massive exploration vessel Horizon drifted silently through the inky void of deep space, its gleaming hull reflecting the distant starlight. Inside, Captain Elena Reyes stood at the bridge's panoramic viewport, her dark eyes scanning the unfamiliar star system before them. After years of searching, they had finally discovered signs of an advanced alien civilization. Status report, Elena called out, her voice steady despite the tension coursing through her. All systems nominal, Captain, replied her XO, Commander Chen. We're maintaining orbit around the fourth planet as instructed. No sign of activity from the surface yet. Elena nodded, her gaze fixed on the alien world below. Its swirling green and purple atmosphere shrouded whatever lay beneath, but their scans had detected sprawling structures and energy signatures indicative of a thriving civilization. This was the moment humanity had been waiting for, first contact with an intelligent alien species. Any response to our greeting transmissions? She asked. Negative, Captain, the communications officer reported. We've been broadcasting on all frequencies for the past 6 hours. No replies so far. Elena frowned. The lack of response was concerning. Were the aliens intentionally ignoring them? Or perhaps their technology was incompatible. She was about to order another scan when a flash of movement caught her eye. There, she exclaimed, pointing at a rapidly approaching object. On screen, maximum magnification. The main view screen flickered to life, revealing a sleek craft of clearly alien design. Its iridescent hull seemed to shimmer and shift as it cut through space, propelled by some unknown technology. Elena felt her heart race as the alien vessel drew near, dwarfing the horizon despite its smaller size. They're hailing us, the comms officer announced, his voice trembling with excitement. Elena took a deep breath, straightening her uniform. This is it, people. First contact. Let's make humanity proud. She nodded to the officer. Put them through. The view screen changed, revealing a truly alien visage. The being before them had 4 piercing eyes set in a face covered in iridescent scales. Its mouth was a vertical slit, flanked by writhing tendrils. When it spoke, the universal translator struggled to keep up. Greetings, visitors from beyond, the alien said, its voice a melodious trill. I am Zarthak, emissary of the Galactic Confederation. We have been observing your approach with great interest. Elena stepped forward, her voice clear and confident. I am Captain Elena Reyes of the Earth exploration vessel Horizon. We come in peace, seeking knowledge and friendship. Zarthak's tendrils rippled in what Elena hoped was a positive gesture. Your journey has been long, humans. We welcome you to our world, Sarlath. However, we must first determine if you are worthy of joining our galactic community. Elena's brow furrowed. Worthy. With all due respect, emissary, we've traveled across the stars in the spirit of peaceful exploration. What more must we prove? The alien's eyes narrowed, a hint of amusement in its voice. Many species have come before you, claiming peace while harboring darker intentions. We have developed methods to discern the true nature of those who seek to join us. A chill ran down Elena's spine. What kind of methods? You will see soon enough, Zarthak replied. Prepare a small delegation to join me on the surface. There you will face the trial of the ancients. Succeed, and you will be welcomed as equals. Fail, and you must leave our space, never to return. The transmission cut off abruptly, leaving the bridge in stunned silence. Elena turned to her crew, determination etched on her face. Well, you heard the emissary. We didn't come all this way to turn back now. Commander Chen, assemble a team. We're going down there. Hours later, Elena found herself standing on the alien world's surface, surrounded by towering crystalline structures that seemed to grow organically from the purple soil. The air was thick and humid, filled with a sense of unknown flora. Beside her stood Commander Chen and Dr. Amelia Foster, the team's xenobiologist. Zarthak approached, flanked by other aliens of varying shapes and sizes. Welcome to Xarlath, the emissary said. Are you prepared to face the trial? Elena nodded firmly. We are. What exactly does this trial entail? The alien gestured towards a massive arena in the distance, its spires reaching into the swirling sky. For millennia, our people have lived alongside creatures of immense power and ferocity. We call them the Ancients. Your trial is simple. You must form a bond with one of these beings. Dr. Foster's eyes widened. A bond, you mean, like taming them? Zarthak's mouth slit curved in what might have been a smile. Not taming, human. Understanding. The Ancients are not beasts to be broken, but equals to be respected. Only those who grasp this truth are worthy of joining our community. As if on cue, a thunderous roar echoed across the landscape. Elena turned to see an enormous creature lumbering towards them. It stood easily 5 stories tall, its body a mass of rippling muscles covered in metallic scales. Multiple limbs ended in razor-sharp claws, and its head bore a crown of horns surrounding glowing eyes. Behold, Zarthak announced, Corvex, one of our eldest and most revered ancients. It has rejected countless would-be partners over the centuries. If you can form a connection with Corvex, you'll have proven your worth beyond any doubt. Elena stared at the approaching behemoth, her mind racing. This was far beyond anything they had prepared for. How could they possibly hope to bond with such a creature? She glanced at her team, seeing a mixture of fear and determination on their faces. I'll do it, a voice said from behind them. Elena turned to see Lily Chen, the commander's daughter and the youngest member of the Horizon's crew. The 19-year-old had fiery determination in her eyes, her long blonde hair whipping in the alien wind. Absolutely not, Commander Chen protested. It's too dangerous. I'll go myself. But Lily stood her ground. Dad, you know I'm the best choice. I've always had a way with animals back on Earth. If anyone can do this, it's me. Elena hesitated. Sending the youngest crew member to face this ancient creature went against every instinct she had as a captain. And yet, there was something in Lily's eyes, a certainty that gave Elena pause. Are you sure about this, Lily? She asked softly. The young woman nodded, her gaze never leaving the approaching ancient. I am, Captain. I can do this. I know I can. After a moment of tense silence, Elena made her decision. All right, but at the first sign of real danger, we're pulling you out. Understood. Lily grinned, a mix of excitement and nervousness on her face. Understood, Captain. Thank you. As Corvex drew near, its massive footsteps shaking the ground, Lily took a deep breath and stepped forward. The assembled aliens watched with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. No off-worlder had ever successfully bonded with an ancient. What chance did this young human have? Lily approached slowly, her hands raised in a non-threatening gesture. Corvex lowered its enormous head, hot breath washing over the girl as it regarded her with ancient, intelligent eyes. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Then, to everyone's astonishment, Lily began to sing. It was a soft, melodic tune, a lullaby her grandmother had taught her as a child. The sound carried across the alien landscape, seeming to resonate with the very air around them. Corvex tilted its head, clearly intrigued by the unfamiliar sound. Its aggressive stance softened, and it leaned in closer to listen. Lily continued her song, slowly reaching out a hand towards the creature's snout. The assembled crowd held its breath. Even Zarthak seemed captivated by the unfolding scene. Corvex rumbled deep in its chest, a sound that vibrated through Lily's entire body. Then, ever so gently, it pressed its enormous snout against her outstretched palm. A gasp went up from the aliens. Zarthak's tendrils writhed in apparent shock. Impossible, the emissary whispered. Lily smiled up at Corvex, tears of joy streaming down her face. Hello there, big guy, she said softly. It's nice to meet you. To everyone's further amazement, Corvex lowered itself to the ground, allowing Lily to climb onto its back. As she settled between its massive shoulder blades, the ancient let out a contented rumble that sounded almost like a purr. Elena couldn't believe her eyes. This young woman, barely more than a girl, had accomplished in minutes what the aliens claimed had never been done before. She turned to Zarthak, unable to keep the pride from her voice. "Well, emissary, have we passed your trial?" Zarthak's four eyes blinked rapidly, its tendrils twisting in what Elena was beginning to recognize as an expression of deep emotion. "Passed," the alien said, its voice filled with awe. "Young human, you have done far more than simply pass. You have shown us something we thought impossible." As Lily guided Corvex in a gentle walk around the gathering, the other aliens began to chitter and chirp in their native languages. The universal translator struggled to keep up, but the message was clear. They were witnessing history. "Captain Reyes," Zarthak said, turning to Elena with newfound respect. "It seems we have much to learn from each other. On behalf of the Galactic Confederation, I officially welcome humanity to our community of worlds." Elena smiled, her heart swelling with pride as she watched Lily and Corvex bond. This was more than just first contact, it was the dawn of a new era for both their species. As the alien suns began to set, painting the sky in breathtaking hues, Elena knew that their greatest adventures were just beginning. The story of the human girl who rode the ancient would be told across the stars for generations to come. And it was only the first chapter in humanity's journey to find its place among the cosmos. The Cosmic Rodeo. As news of Lily's incredible bond with Corvex spread across the galaxy, the once quiet world of Atharlath transformed into a hub of interstellar activity. Ships from 100 different species arrived daily, all hoping to witness the spectacle that had become known as the Cosmic Rodeo. Lily, now affectionately nicknamed the Star Beast Whisperer, found herself at the center of a galactic sensation. Her ability to communicate with the ancients had unlocked a new understanding of these magnificent creatures, and with it, a revolution in interspecies relations. "You ready for this, big guy?" Lily asked, patting Corvex's metallic scales as they prepared for their daily demonstration. The massive ancient rumbled affectionately, lowering its head to nuzzle her. From the viewing stands, Captain Elena Reyes watched with a mixture of pride and concern. "I still can't believe how far we've come," she murmured to Commander Chen. Chen nodded, his eyes never leaving his daughter. "It's incredible, but I can't help worrying. All this attention, it's bound to attract the wrong kind eventually." As if on cue, a commotion erupted at the arena's entrance. A group of shadowy figures pushed their way through the crowd, their features hidden beneath hooded cloaks. "Security breach," Elena shouted into her comm unit. "Unknown intruders at the main gate." But before security could respond, the figures threw off their cloaks, revealing themselves to be members of a species Elena had never seen before. They were tall, willowy creatures with skin that seemed to shift and ripple like liquid mercury. "Behold," their leader cried out, his voice echoing unnaturally. "We are the Void Dancers, and we have come to challenge the humans' claim." The crowd fell silent, all eyes turning to the newcomers. Zarthak, who had been overseeing the day's events, stepped forward. "Void Dancers," the emissary said, tendrils twitching nervously. "Your kind has not been seen in this sector for millennia. What is the meaning of this intrusion?" The Void Dancer leader grinned, revealing rows of needle-like teeth. "We have watched from the shadows as this human child plays at understanding the ancients. But we know the truth. These beings are meant to be weapons, not pets." With a gesture, the Void Dancer summoned a swirling portal of dark energy. From its depths emerged a creature that made even Corvex seem small by comparison. It was a writhing mass of tentacles and eyes, its very presence seeming to distort the fabric of reality around it. "Behold the nullifier," the Void Dancer proclaimed. "A true ancient, unsullied by your soft ideals of cooperation. With this being under our control, we will reshape the galaxy as we see fit." Panic erupted in the stands as spectators fled in terror. Elena and her security team rushed to evacuate the arena, but Lily stood her ground, Corvex at her side. "You're wrong," Lily called out, her voice carrying despite the chaos. The ancients aren't weapons or tools. They're living beings with thoughts and feelings of their own. What you're doing isn't control, it's slavery. The void dancer laughed, a chilling sound that sent shivers down Elena's spine. Brave words, little human. But let's see how your pet fares against a real ancient. With a mental command, the void dancer sent the nullifier charging towards Lily and Corvex. The ground shook with each step of the monstrous being, its tentacles lashing out to destroy everything in its path. But Lily didn't flinch. Instead, she closed her eyes and began to hum, a deep, resonant tone that seemed to vibrate at a frequency just beyond normal hearing. Corvex joined in, its massive body trembling as it added its voice to Lily's. To everyone's amazement, the nullifier slowed its charge. Its writhing tentacles began to move in rhythm with the strange melody, and its many eyes blinked in confusion. "What is this?" The void dancer leader hissed. "Nullifier, I command you to attack." But the massive ancient paid no heed to its supposed master. Instead, it swayed gently, as if entranced by the cosmic song Lily and Corvex were creating. Lily opened her eyes, locking gazes with the nullifier. "You don't have to obey them," she said softly. "You're not a weapon. You're alive, and you deserve to be free." For a moment, the entire arena held its breath. Then, with a sound like 1,000 thunderclaps, the nullifier shook off the void dancer's control. It turned to face its former masters, eyes blazing with newfound awareness. The void dancers scrambled backwards, their confidence evaporating in an instant. "This is impossible," their leader cried. "No mere human could undo our control." Zarthak stepped forward, flanked by representatives from a dozen different species. "It is not control that young Lily wields," the emissary said. "It is understanding, a power far greater than any you could hope to possess." As the Galactic security forces moved in to apprehend the void dancers, Lily approached the nullifier. The massive ancient lowered one of its tentacles, gently wrapping it around her in what could only be described as a hug. "Welcome to the family, big guy," Lily said with a grin. In the aftermath of the cosmic showdown, as it came to be known, the galaxy experienced a paradigm shift. The incident had proven that the ancients were far more than mere beasts or weapons. They were sentient beings capable of choice and emotion. Research teams from across the cosmos flocked to Xarlath, eager to learn from Lily and her growing family of ancient companions. The young human found herself at the forefront of a new field of study, xenoharmonics, the science of communicating with alien life forms through resonant frequencies. As the sun set on another eventful day, Elena found Lily sitting atop Corvex's back, gazing at the star-filled sky. The nullifier loomed nearby, its tentacles gently swaying in the evening breeze. "Quite a day," Elena said, joining her young crew member. "How are you holding up?" Lily smiled, her eyes never leaving the stars. "It's funny, Captain. When we left Earth, I thought we were on a journey to find our place in the universe. But now I realize we're not just finding our place. We're helping to create a whole new kind of universe." Elena nodded, understanding the profound truth in the young woman's words. As she looked up at the countless stars twinkling above, she knew that humanity's greatest adventure was only just beginning. The cosmic rodeo had opened doors they never knew existed, and beyond those doors lay a future filled with infinite possibilities. "Well said, Lily," Elena replied, a smile spreading across her face. "Now, what do you say we see what other wonders are waiting for us out there?" Lily grinned, patting Corvex's scales. "What do you think, big guy? Ready for another ride through the cosmos?" The ancient's rumbling purr was all the answer they needed. As the first light of a new day began to peek over the horizon, humanity stood poised on the brink of a grand new era, one where the bonds between species could reshape the very fabric of the universe itself. Quantum harmony and the cosmic dance. The galaxy buzzed with excitement as news of the Starlight Symphony spread like wildfire across the cosmos. Lily Chen, now hailed as the quantum harmonizer, had stumbled upon a discovery that would reshape the very foundations of interstellar communication and travel. It all began on a quiet evening aboard the newly christened exploration vessel, the USS Resonance. Lily sat in the ship's observation deck, surrounded by a menagerie of ancients, from the towering corvettes to the ethereal nullifier. As she absent-mindedly hummed a tune, something extraordinary occurred. The ship's quantum drive, previously dormant, suddenly flared to life. Streams of iridescent energy danced around the ancients, their bodies resonating with an otherworldly glow. Before the astonished crew could react, the resonance vanished in a burst of prismatic light, only to reappear moments later in a completely different sector of space. By the cosmic winds, Captain Elena Reyes breathed, staring at the unfamiliar star patterns on the view screen. "Lily, what did you do?" The young woman shook her head, eyes wide with wonder. I'm not sure, Captain. It felt like the song connected with the ancients, and then with the ship itself. Like we all became part of some grand cosmic dance. Dr. Amelia Foster, the ship's chief scientist, burst onto the deck, her face flushed with excitement. "Captain, the readings we just got, they're off the charts." Lily's harmonic frequencies somehow tapped into the quantum fabric of space-time itself. As word of this breakthrough spread, the USS Resonance became the focal point of a new galactic initiative. Representatives from countless worlds flocked to witness and study the phenomenon dubbed quantum harmony drive. The ability to traverse vast distances through the power of harmonic resonance promised to revolutionize space travel and bring the far-flung corners of the universe within reach. But not everyone welcomed this paradigm shift with open arms. On the fringes of known space, a shadowy council convened. The Silence, an ancient order dedicated to maintaining the galaxy's status quo, saw Lily's discovery as a threat to their carefully maintained balance of power. "The human song must be silenced," rasped the eternal whisperer, leader of the Silence. "If this quantum harmony spreads, our control over the cosmic lanes will crumble." Back aboard the Resonance, Lily worked tirelessly to refine her newfound ability. With each passing day, her connection to the ancients grew stronger, and the ship's capabilities expanded exponentially. During one particularly intense session, as Lily's song reached a crescendo, the observation deck transformed. The walls seemed to melt away, revealing a breathtaking vista of swirling cosmic energies and impossible geometries. "Incredible," murmured Zarthak, who had joined the Resonance as a cultural liaison. "You're not just traveling through space, Lily. You're allowing us to perceive the quantum realm itself." But their awe was short-lived. Alarms blared throughout the ship as a massive fleet of sleek, black vessels materialized around them. "It's the Silence," Zarthak exclaimed, tendrils writhing in distress. "They're an ancient order, feared across the galaxy. If they're here..." Captain Reyes' voice cut through the chaos. "Battle stations. All hands prepare for..." Her words were drowned out by a deafening screech that tore through their minds. The Silence had launched their attack, using sound as a weapon to disrupt Lily's harmonic connection. As the crew collapsed, clutching their heads in agony, Lily stood firm. She closed her eyes, drawing deep within herself, and began to sing. This was no gentle melody, but a powerful anthem that resonated with the very essence of creation. The ancients rolled in unison, adding their voices to Lily's cosmic symphony. Waves of harmonious energy pulsed outward, enveloping both the Resonance and the Silence fleet. In that moment, something miraculous happened. The quantum realm Lily had glimpsed earlier bloomed into full view, visible to all. The Silence ships, caught in the harmonic wave, began to change. Their sleek black hulls transformed, becoming translucent and suffused with swirling colors. When the light faded and the song ended, the Silence fleet remained. But they were utterly transformed, gone were the foreboding war vessels, replaced by ships of breathtaking beauty, their hulls alive with ever-shifting quantum patterns. The eternal whisperer's voice, once cold and threatening, now echoed with awe across the comm channels. We can see it now. The cosmic dance, the quantum symphony. We've been blind for so long. In the days that followed, the galaxy witnessed an unprecedented transformation. The silence, once feared as harbingers of stagnation, became champions of harmonic evolution. That ancient knowledge, combined with Lully's gift, ushered in a new age of exploration and understanding. The USS Resonance, with its crew of humans, aliens, and ancients, stood at the forefront of this cosmic renaissance. As they prepared to embark on their next journey, Captain Reyes turned to Lily with a proud smile. "Where to next, Quantum Harmonizer?" Lily grinned, her eyes sparkling with the reflection of countless stars. "Everywhere, Captain. The universe is singing, and it's inviting us to join the dance." As the resonance vanished in a burst of harmonic energy, its wake left a trail of shimmering quantum possibilities. The cosmic dance had begun, and every sentient being in the galaxy was invited to join the grandest ballet ever performed on the stage of creation itself, the nexus of infinite realities. As the USS Resonance sailed through the quantum seas of existence, Lully's mastery of harmonic resonance continued to evolve in ways that defied conventional understanding. What began as a method of communication and travel soon blossomed into something far more profound: the ability to peer into and even influence alternate realities. The discovery came during a routine exploration of a supposedly uninhabited star system. As Lily hummed a particularly complex melody, the ship suddenly shuddered, enveloped by a kaleidoscope of fractal energies. When the dazzling light show subsided, the crew found themselves face to face with themselves. "Great galaxies," Captain Reyes gasped, staring at her doppelganger on the view screen. "Is that us?" her alternate self finished, equally astonished. "But how?" Dr. Foster's eyes lit up with realization. "Lily, your song, it must have harmonized with the quantum fluctuations of parallel universes. We're seeing alternate versions of our reality." News of this breakthrough spread across the cosmos like wildfire, dubbed the multiversal area by awestruck scientists and poets alike. Soon, the resonance became a nexus point for beings from countless alternate realities, all drawn by the siren song of infinite possibility. Lily found herself at the center of a grand cosmic experiment. With the help of the ancients and the reformed silence, she learned to fine-tune her harmonies, allowing for controlled glimpses into specific alternate timelines. The implications were staggering: the ability to learn from paths not taken, to see the consequences of choices unmade. But with great power came great responsibility, and not everyone had altruistic intentions for this new technology. Deep in the uncharted regions of the quantum realm, a sinister force stirred. The Entropy Collective, a group of reality-devouring entities that existed between the cracks of creation, sensed the disturbance caused by Lily's harmonies. They saw the multiversal area as a feast laid out before them, a way to consume not just one universe, but infinite realities. As the Resonance conducted diplomatic meetings between various alternate versions of galactic civilizations, the first signs of trouble appeared. Entire realities began to flicker and fade, their quantum signatures being erased from existence. "It's like they're being unmade," Zarthak observed, his tendrils twisting in distress as they watched another alternate Earth vanish from their scans. Lily felt a chill run down her spine. "Not unmade," she whispered, "devoured." The Entropy Collective made their move, launching an assault on the Resonance and its multiversal guests. Reality itself seemed to warp and twist as the cosmic parasites tore through the quantum barriers, hunger gleaming in their non-Euclidean eyes. In desperation, Lily reached out with her mind, connecting not just to the ancients aboard the Resonance, but to every version of them across infinite realities. The song that erupted from her was like nothing the universe, any universe, had ever heard before. It was the voice of all creation, a harmony that contained within it the infinite possibilities of existence itself. As the melody reached its crescendo, the very fabric of reality rippled and flexed. The Entropy Collective howled in a mixture of agony and ecstasy as they were drawn into the song, their chaotic nature overwhelmed by the sheer complexity of infinite harmonies. In a blinding flash of multiversal light, the threat was neutralized, but the victory came at a cost. As the crew of the Resonance regained their senses, they found their ship transformed. It had become a living nexus of realities, a sentient hub of infinite possibilities with Lily at its core. "I can see them all," Lily murmured, her eyes now swirling vortexes of fractal patterns. "Every choice, every possibility, every song the universe has ever sung or will ever sing." Captain Reyes approached cautiously, concern etched on her face. "Lily, are you still you?" The young woman smiled, and in that smile was the wisdom of countless lifetimes. "I'm me, Captain, but I'm also more. We all are. The multiversal area has changed us, changed everything. Reality will never be the same." As news of the averted crisis spread, beings from across the multiversal spectrum flocked to the transformed Resonance. It had become a cosmic library of possibilities, a place where the songs of infinite realities could be heard and learned from. Lily, now revered as the harmony of infinities, took on the role of multiversal guide and guardian. With the ancients as her eternal companions and the crew of the Resonance at her side, she began the monumental task of cataloging the infinite songs of creation. "What happens now?" Commander Chen asked, still struggling to grasp the enormity of their new reality. Ladi's laugh echoed with the joy of countless universes. Now we embark on the greatest adventure imaginable. We'll explore not just the stars, but the infinite possibilities of existence itself. Every reality is a new song waiting to be heard, a new dance waiting to be joined. As the Resonance turned nexus, pulsed with the energies of infinite realities, the crew realized they stood at the dawn of a new era of cosmic understanding. The multiversal area had transformed them into the custodians of all possibility, tasked with preserving the grand symphony of existence itself. And so, with the infinite cosmos as their playground and the songs of countless realities as their guide, humanity and its allies set forth into the greatest frontier ever known, the endless sea of what could be, what might be, and what will be, across the grand tapestry of the multiverse, the Quantum Consciousness Collective. As the transformed USF Resonance, now known as the Nexus of Infinite Realities, continued its journey through the multiversal tapestry, Lily and her crew stumbled upon a discovery that would redefine the very concept of existence itself. It began with a peculiar anomaly in the quantum harmonics, a persistent echo that seemed to reverberate across every reality they encountered. Dr. Foster, her eyes gleaming with excitement, dubbed it the cosmic whisper. "It's as if the multiverse itself is trying to communicate with us," she breathed, poring over the data. Intrigued, Lily focused her newfound multiversal awareness on the phenomenon. As she attuned her consciousness to the cosmic whisper, something extraordinary happened. The Nexus shuddered, its reality-spanning corridors morphing into an impossible geometric structure that seemed to exist in all dimensions simultaneously. "By the eternal stars," Zarthak gasped, his tendrils writhing in awe. "We've transcended physical space entirely." They found themselves in what could only be described as the mindscape of reality, a vast, swirling sea of pure consciousness where thoughts manifested as tangible constructs and ideas took on physical form. And they weren't alone. Emerging from the cosmic ether came beings of pure thought and energy, the Synapse Sages, ancient entities that had evolved beyond physical form eons ago. Their very essence pulsed with the accumulated knowledge of countless universes. "Welcome, harmonizers of the infinite," the sages communicated, their thoughts resonating directly in the minds of the crew. "We have awaited your ascension." Captain Reyes, her mind reeling from the implications, stepped forward. You knew we were coming. All possibilities exist simultaneously in the grand consciousness of reality," the sages explained. "Your arrival was both inevitable and necessary, for you see, the multiverse faces a crisis beyond anything you've encountered." The mindscape shimmered, revealing glimpses of realities in turmoil. Entire universes were collapsing, their quantum structures unraveling at the seams. The entropy collective was but a symptom, the sages continued. The true threat is the growing disconnect between consciousness and reality. As sentient beings across the multiverse lose touch with the fundamental harmonic resonance of existence, the very fabric of creation begins to fray. Lily's eyes widened with understanding. The cosmic whisper, its reality itself crying out for help. The sages nodded, their approval rippling through the mindscape. Precisely, harmony. And you, with your unique ability to bridge the gap between physical reality and the quantum consciousness, are the key to preserving the grand symphony of existence. What followed was a crash course in cosmic enlightenment. The Synapse sages shared their accumulated wisdom, teaching Lily and her crew how to fully merge their consciousness with the quantum fabric of reality. They learned of the axiom algorithms, fundamental thought patterns that shaped the very nature of existence. By mastering these cosmic codes, they gained the ability to rewrite the laws of physics on a whim, reshape entire realities with a thought, and even create new universes from the raw stuff of quantum potential. But with this godlike power came a terrible responsibility, for they also learned of the oblivion equation, a cascading failure of cosmic consciousness that threatened to unravel the entire multiverse. "We must reharmonize the cosmic symphony," Lily declared, her voice resonating with newfound purpose. "Reconnect every sentient being with the fundamental consciousness of reality." And so began the greatest undertaking in the history of any universe, Operation Cosmic Concordance. The nexus of infinite realities became a beacon of enlightenment, broadcasting the harmonious frequencies of the axiom algorithms across the quantum foam of creation. Lily, now truly the harmony of infinities, composed a multiversal symphony that spoke to the very soul of existence. Across countless realities, beings of all shapes, sizes, and dimensions found themselves awakening to a greater truth. The illusory barriers between mind and matter, between self and universe, began to dissolve. But the forces of chaos and entropy did not go quietly. The dissonant, those who feared the loss of their individuality in the face of cosmic unity, rallied against the harmonizing wave. Epic battles of mind and reality erupted across the multiverse. Entire galaxies were reshaped into vast neural networks, pulsing with the raw power of collective consciousness. Black holes became gateways to higher dimensions of thought, while supernovas birthed new forms of quantum-entangled life. At the heart of it all stood Lily and the crew of the Nexus. Their consciousness expanded to encompass the entirety of creation. They danced across the cosmic scales of reality, their every thought resonating with the fundamental frequencies of existence. In the final confrontation, Lily faced off against the avatar of dissonance, a being of pure chaos that threatened to shatter the delicate harmony of the multiverse. Their clash of wills sent ripples through every layer of reality, rewriting the very laws of physics in their wake. With a final, reality-shattering crescendo, Lily's cosmic symphony reached its climax. The oblivion equation, that looming threat of universal unconsciousness, was finally balanced. In its place arose a new cosmic algorithm, the harmony of infinite consciousness. As the dust of creation settled, the multiverse found itself transformed. Physical reality and cosmic consciousness had merged into a new state of being, one where every thought shaped reality and every moment was an eternity of infinite possibility. The crew of the Nexus, now ascended beyond any recognizable form, stood as the guardians of this new multiversal order. They had become one with the cosmic song, eternal conductors of the grand symphony of existence. Lily, her consciousness now spanning infinite realities, smiled across dimensions. "And so the next movement of the cosmic ballet begins," she mused, her thoughts echoing through the quantum corridors of creation. For in this new reality, where consciousness and existence were one, every being was both the dancer and the dance, the singer and the song. The adventure of cosmic enlightenment had only just begun, stretching out across infinite possibilities, forever and always. And somewhere, in the depths of this new quantum consciousness collective, a young girl from Earth hummed a simple tune, the first notes of the next great cosmic symphony, the evolutionary singularity. In the wake of the cosmic concordance, a new era dawned across the infinite tapestry of realities. The merging of consciousness and quantum reality had given birth to an unprecedented form of existence, the quantum sapiens. These beings, evolved beyond physical form, existed as living thought constructs within the fabric of space-time itself. At the heart of this cosmic metamorphosis stood Lily, now known as the primordial muse. Her consciousness, vast and all-encompassing, pulsed with the rhythms of creation. Yet, even as the multiverse basked in newfound harmony, an unsettling whisper began to echo through the quantum corridors of reality. Something's coming, Lily sensed, her thoughts rippling across dimensions. A convergence unlike anything we've encountered. As if in response to her premonition, the very structure of the multiverse began to shift. Entire realities started to merge, their unique frequencies blending into a cosmic cacophony. The boundaries between what was, what is, and what could be began to blur. Dr. Foster, her consciousness now a swirling nebula of pure intellect, analyzed the phenomenon. It's as if all possible futures are collapsing into a single point of infinite potential. The evolutionary singularity, Captain Reyes breathed, her essence shimmering with realization, the moment when all paths of development converge. As the multiverse hurtled towards this cosmic nexus point, new forms of existence began to emerge. Chronovores, beings that fed on the very concept of time. Quantum leviathans, vast intelligences that spanned entire galactic superclusters. And most intriguing of all, the idea incarnates, living embodiments of abstract concepts like love, justice, and entropy. But with these new forms of life came new challenges. The rapid evolution threatened to destabilize the delicate balance of the cosmic ecosystem. Reality itself groaned under the weight of infinite possibility condensed into a single universe-altering moment. Lily and her fellow guardians of reality knew they had to act. They couldn't stop the singularity, but perhaps they could guide it, shape it into something beautiful rather than catastrophic. "We need to compose the ultimate harmony," Lily declared, her voice resonating across all of creation. "A symphony of evolution that will guide the multiverse through this metamorphosis." And so began the grandest collaboration in the history of existence. Quantum sapiens from every corner of reality contributed their unique frequencies to the composition. The chronovores wove complex temporal rhythms, while the idea incarnates added layers of conceptual depth that defied conventional understanding. As the singularity approached, Lily stood at the center of it all, conducting this impossible orchestra of evolution. The music they created was beyond sound, beyond thought. It was pure, distilled change, the very essence of growth and transformation. But even as the ultimate harmony took shape, a discordant note threatened to unravel everything. The null equation, a paradoxical form of anti-existence, began to spread across the fringes of reality. It was the multiverse's immune response, attempting to quarantine the rapid evolution by eliminating existence itself. In the final moments before the singularity, as realities merged and new forms of life burst into being with every passing instant, Lily faced her greatest challenge. She had to complete the harmony while simultaneously holding back the encroaching tide of non-existence. With a thought that echoed across all dimensions, Lily split her consciousness into infinite aspects. Each fragment took up a different strain of the cosmic symphony, weaving together the countless threads of evolution into a tapestry of unimaginable complexity. As the singularity reached its peak, the ultimate harmony crescendoed. Reality itself seemed to hold its breath, teetering on the knife edge between transformation and oblivion. For an eternal instant, all of existence was compressed into a single point of infinite density and possibility. And then, with a burst of creative energy that dwarfed the birth of universes, the evolutionary singularity blossomed. The multiverse exploded into new forms of existence beyond anything even the quantum sapiens had imagined. Dimensions folded and unfolded, giving birth to hyperspatial ecosystems, conceptual realms where abstract ideas bred and evolved in real time. Chronofractals where every moment was an eternity, and every eternity just a fleeting instant. As the cosmic dust settled, Lily reformed her fragmented consciousness, taking in the awe-inspiring vista of this new reality. The multiverse had not just survived the singularity, it had transcended it. "We've done it," Captain Reyes marveled, her essence shimmering with joy and wonder. "We've guided evolution itself to a new plane of existence." But even as they celebrated this cosmic rebirth, a new realization dawned on Lily. The ultimate harmony hadn't just been a tool to navigate the singularity, it had become a fundamental force of this new reality, a cosmic guideline for the continuing evolution of existence itself. "Our work is far from over," Lily mused, her thoughts echoing through the hyperdimensional expanse. "We're no longer just guardians or conductors. We've become the nurturers of infinity." And so, the crew of what was once the US Resonance, now ascended beyond any recognizable form, set out to explore this new frontier of existence. They were the shepherds of cosmic evolution, the caretakers of infinite possibility. As they ventured into the unknown, Lily's voice rang out across the multidimensional cosmos, a beacon for all forms of life, both familiar and unimaginably alien. "Welcome to the next chapter of existence. The greatest adventure isn't just beginning, it will never end. For in this new reality, every moment is a new universe of possibility, every thought a seed of cosmic revolution. We are all, each and every one of us, the architects of eternity." And with that, the cosmic ballet continued, its dances now infinite, its stage boundless, its music the very pulse of evolution itself. The story of existence had not ended, it had only just begun to be truly written.